Hi and welcome to our series of grammar on the parts of speech. My name is Reet, Udhan, and today in this video we shall see another important part of speech, that is adverbs. This is the fifth part of the speech from the 8 parts of speech that we are learning. In this lesson we shall learn all about adverbs. We have already discussed the 4 important parts of speech, which are noun, pronouns, verbs and adjectives in our previous video. The links of these videos are given below in the description box. And do watch the video till the end to get all the important information about adverbs in detail. So let's begin. So what is adverb? Adverb is the word that modifies verbs, adjectives or adverbs in any sentence. Now let's see into each of the 3 modifications with some examples to make things clear. How does adverbs modify the verbs? That means they describe the way an action is happening. There are 4 ways in which the adverb modifies or describes the action. Firstly, how is the action performed? Second, where is the action performed? Third, when the action is performed? And lastly, how often or how frequent the action is performed. Now let's understand this with few examples. Firstly, we shall see the adverb that describes how an action is performed. Let's understand this with few examples. Philip sings loudly in the shower. Here we can identify that Philip sings, but how he sings? He sings loudly. The adverbs in the sentence answers the question in what manner. So, loudly is describing us the manner in which Philip sang, and hence it is an adverb. Let's see another example. Annie spoke softly. Here we are able to know that Annie spoke, but how did she speak? She spoke softly. Softly is describing the manner in which Annie spoke. So softly is an adverb here. As we can see that these adverbs describe the manner in which the action is performed, they are called adverbs of manner. They answer the question, how is the action performed? Let's see the next way in which the action is described. Let's understand this with few examples. Put the box there. Here we are told to put the box, but at which place? I'm using there to describe the place to put the box. So it is an adverb. Let's see another example. Lisa looked everywhere for her book. Here Lisa looked at her book, but where she looked everywhere in the class. Here everywhere is the adverb as it is describing the location where Lisa looked the book. So in this, the adverb describes where the action happened. These are the adverb of place. That means it indicates the place or the direction of the action in the sentence, and they answer the question, where is the action performed? Now let's see the next way in which we describe the action, and it also gives us the information about when exactly does the action happen. Let's understand this with few examples. Susan went to market today. Here we are able to know Susan went to market, but when she went today. So today is an adverb here. Rita first met Julie last year. Here we are able to know that Rita first met Julie, but when did she meet Julie? She met her last year. So last year is an adverb here. As this adverb describes when the action exactly happened, they are called adverbs of time. Adverbs of time indicates the time of action in the sentence, and they answer the question, when is the action performed? Now let's see the 4th way in which we describe the action. That is, how often or how frequent does the action is happening. Let's understand this with few examples. Sometimes he plays football. Here we are understanding that he is playing football, but what is the frequency or how often does he play? He plays sometimes. So, sometime is an adverb here. Let's see another example. The newspaper is bought daily. Here, daily describes us that newspaper comes daily and thus telling us the frequency of newspaper. So, daily is an adverb here. As this adverb describes the frequency of an action, they are called adverbs of frequency. The adverbs of frequency indicate the frequency of the action in the sentence and they answer the questions how frequently is the action performed. Now we have seen the examples that are describing verbs or any action. Now let's see into adverb that describes the adjectives. Let's understand with few examples. He drives very fast. Now, what is the adjective here? It is fast. And which word describes the intensity of being fast? It is very. So, very is an adverb describing the adjective fast. Let's understand this with one more example. This book is more interesting than the last one. Here, what is describing the book? It is interesting. So, interesting is an adjective. And now, what is the intensity of interesting book? It is described by more. So, more is an adverb here describing the adjective interesting book. Hope you are clear with the adverb that is describing about adjective. Now let's see some more examples of adverbs that are describing other adverbs in the sentence. Let's understand this with few examples. She moved quite slowly down the street. Here, slowly is describing the action of moving down towards the street. So, it is an adverb. But the word quite is used here to describe the adverb slowly. So, quite is an adverb here and is actually describing another adverb slowly. Let's see one more example to make it more clear. The girls move so gracefully. Here, how the girls move is described by the verb gracefully. But the word so is here, which is describing the intensity of the word gracefully. And it is actually describing another adverb gracefully. So these are the complete information about adverb. Let's do a quick recap of what we have seen in this video. Firstly, we saw adverbs are the words that modifies three things, that is, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. Depending on the way in which an adverb describes an action or verb, they are further divided into four types, that is, adverb of manner, which describes how an action happened, adverb of place, which describes where an action happened, adverb of time, which describes when an action happened, and adverb of frequency that describes how often an action took place. Remember, these are the four types of adverbs. That's all in this video. In the next video, we shall see the other parts of speech in detail. So if you have any questions or suggestions, do mention in the comment box and I'll be answering the same. And don't forget to press the red subscribe button and click on bell icon to receive the latest updates. Do like, share and comment the video. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Happy learning.